All right, let's find our seat together from wherever it's at. If you're in a chair, you might scoot towards the edge of it to give those thighs some room. Wherever you are, you might close your eyes and allow your mind to notice any parts of your body that are pressing down into supports, the chair, the earth. Maybe you notice how your sits bones feel, your butt cheeks. Can you relax them a little here? Let the body grow just a little heavier into the seat that you're sitting in. Notice the sensation of that pressure, where you feel it in your seat. Maybe it's a little achy. Maybe it feels enjoyable, maybe both. And then allow your mind's eye to travel down into the feet and legs, letting them soften, relaxing the pads of your feet against the earth. You are here. Just by noticing these sensations, your brain says, aha. Here we are, not in the past, not waiting for the future, just noticing the little details of what is in the present. This is the key, my friend. You might let your body soften a little further down into the supports. Let it melt. Let the posture go if it feels right. Let it be messy. Give it all away. Melt like ice cream in the sunshine if it feels right. For another breath or two, feel the body surrender, growing heavier and heavier in your seat. When you're ready, begin to press down through your seat, down through your feet. Let it lift you tall, pressing through the top of the head. Use that grounding sensation. We press down into it, and it helps us grow. It helps us rise. And as you rise, your muscles in your abdomen and your rib cage knit together to support you. So as we press down into that sensation, it lifts us up automatically, and then relax your shoulders down. Beautiful. Now, oftentimes this is a metaphor for life. We worry about rest. We worry about letting go. We worry about settling in. What are we going to miss all around us? But it's when we touch base. It's when we melt. It's when we allow ourselves to be, to feel that grounding sensation, to calm, to release, that you can press down and rise up. All right, on an inhale, sweep the arms out like we're giving a big bear hug. We're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades back, press the palms back behind you or the back of the hands behind you. Take some deep breaths into the heart, and let's see if we can lift the heart up towards the ceiling. You might let the chin follow. It was a full moon last night, y'all. That's some big energy. You might embrace it now. Maybe you're looking for that bright sun energy. Maybe you just imagine inviting in love today. A few deep breaths, stretch that heart ever higher, opening you up. On an exhale, squeeze, big hug for yourself. You might walk those fingers, shoulder blades to separate. Chin in towards the chest, let the forehead lower. Take a moment to see heart space. How does it feel? maybe achy, maybe it feels, maybe there's a calming sensation. Feel yourself protected, all bundled up, safe here in your cocoon. Right on a deep inhale, spread your wings wide, big hug to the world, right? Or stretching the arms out wide, lifting the heart, getting ready for that big hug. Maybe you're a butterfly spreading your wings. Find the visual that connects in your heart, in your soul. It's different for everybody. Are you the butterfly? Are you hugging the sun? Maybe you're a butterfly hugging the sun. On an exhale, collect all that energy in your arms or wings. Hug it into the heart space. Maybe once more, you tuck the chin. Let it sink in. Let it pour into self. Beautiful. Go ahead and release, rise up. We'll spread the arms out wide, this time palms down. And we're just teeing them out, pressing through those fingertips. We're gonna play with some nerve flossing. So if your fingertips go numb at night, if your hands ache and cramp all the way up into the shoulders, this is gonna be very helpful. Spreading the arms out wide, pressing through those fingertips is gonna engage muscles. You might feel the heat begin to build just in stillness. Beautiful. Continue to breathe deep into your belly. Keep your jaw soft while the effort builds. And then to really floss these muscles, or these, nerve fibers, you're gonna take your left palm, turn it upright towards the sky, and then turn your gaze so that your nose points over those left fingertips. Really see how far you can turn that left palm as you rotate that neck in this direction, and then switch sides. Turn that left palm back down, flip the right palm up, gaze towards it. How far does the neck want to turn? How far does that palm want to rotate? Maybe it rotates skyward, maybe it rotates all the way back towards the wall behind you. Mine doesn't, but there's no wrong way to be or explore. And then switch sides. What you might think of yourself is as a candy wrapper. Switch sides. Your torso is the delicious candy. Your arms are the wrapper ends, right? Switch with the breath back and forth. Inhale to one side, exhale to the other. And all we're doing is twisting those candy wrappers back and forth, right? The arms twist in opposite directions to always keep your candy secured. And your gaze turns towards whichever candy wrapper is palm up. Beautiful. This is a lot. Let the arms rest. Let them rest anytime they would like, but definitely let them rest now. Shoulder circles. On an inhale, roll them forward and up. Exhale, squeeze them back and down. Big, exaggerated circles, as big as feel good in your body. One more time, and then we'll switch directions. Inhale, squeeze back, roll up. Exhale, squeeze forward, roll down. One more time or so. And then on that exhale, keep those shoulders melted towards the earth. Keep that spine nice and long, again, by pressing down into your foundations, into that groundedness to lift tall. And then we want to get into additional nerve fibers. I'll just take off my sweatshirt here. So we're going to make the okay sign, right? And I like to imagine I'm holding a cup of tea. And instead of my pinky out, I just have everything out, right? All three fingers. From here, we're going to hold that tea in front of us. And then we're going to lift it up towards our face and dump it in our lap. or dump it over your heart center, however you feel. And as you dump it, you are lifting that pinky towards the heavens. And you might even feel a stretch in the pinky, maybe down the forearm. And if you're still looking for that sensation, you can hook those extended fingertips against the jaw and give yourself binoculars, lifting those elbows skyward. So this is another, sometimes deeper way to get into this stretch, sometimes not. There's a lot of ways to get there. Do we look ridiculous? Maybe. Is it wonderfully beneficial? Yes. So maybe the things that we think are ridiculous aren't so ridiculous after all. Release when you're ready. You might shake the arms out. If you experience any sharpness with this, go a little slower. Maybe move a little softer into it. No sharpness, okay? When you're ready, find your teacups in your lap and then lift and dump them over your heart. Stretch those pinkies. If it feels good, make those binoculars. Breathe, relax through the jaw, keep the length through the spine, and then release, let go. Now, instead of keeping those teacups in your lap, if we want to floss these nerves in the opposite direction, you're going to dump that teacup back behind you, and I'm flicking my pinkies up. Again, pinkies reaching towards the sky as you dump those teacups out. Again, really focusing that stretch on the pinky. And then when you're ready, lift those teacups, dump them in your lap or heart or goggles. On an exhale, dump that tea out back behind you. Lift those pinkies, because if we're going to dump it out, we're going to do it prim and proper. And then right back up towards the heart. Dump it out. Take your time. Breathe. Sense the sensations. It's a wonderful way to invite the mind to remain present, even when it wants to travel into the past or future so badly. Inviting it to just feel what is, without judgment, so it's safe. Helps keep the mind with us. Go ahead and release, dump it back behind you one last time. You might shake that teacup out, feel what it feels like, and then release the arms by your sides. Let's give them a little wiggle. Let's do some wrist circles one way, really getting into it. Can you invite your mind to feel the sensation in your wrists? We get so busy because we know what wrist circles are. We're just going to do them and get them done, right? But let's not do them to get them done. Let's do them to feel them. What does it feel like? Switch directions. Be with your wrists in this moment. There's nowhere else to be. Maybe your fingers stretch wide as you do this and you explore what feels best for you. Maybe stillness feels best for you. This is how we develop that self-knowing, by choosing to remain present without judgment and getting to know ourselves. God, it heals us on so many levels. All right, go ahead and stop those wrist circles. You might extend your right arm out in front of you, palm up, and then drop those pinkies towards the earth. We're going to take the opposite hand and gently pull those fingertips back towards the torso. And as you do this, I like to imagine pressing through the heel of my right hand. And breathe. Can you use that groundedness to lengthen through the spine? Can you use your breath to fill the belly? And keep the jaw soft on that exhale. Whew, beautiful. Release that hand. This time, draw the palm up. And instead of grabbing the fingertips, which you can do, you might roll down towards the knuckles and then pressing length through your hand, gently pull the knuckles towards the body. Just stretching the wrist. We don't do this enough. And our arms often pay the price. Our fingertips, right? So many of us experience tingling numbness at night or randomly when we're driving and we don't talk about it. All right, back and forth. Beautiful. Shake it out. Release. Woo. Switch sides. Left hand palm up. Lower those fingertips down. And then gently invite them towards the body as you press through the heel of the hand. Notice the sensation that you've created in your own body. Can you breathe deep while you just sit with it? No need to change it unless it's sharp, and then soften. No need to judge it. Our bodies are beautiful machines doing their best, just like we are. Beautiful creatures doing our best. Go ahead and release. Rotate those fingers skyward. Find the knuckles at the back of the hand and invite them towards the heart. Still lengthening through that arm. And then release when you're ready. Whoo, shake it out. Beautiful. On an inhale of your choice, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, lower them back behind you. Let's interlace those fingers, or you might grab a strap or make fists at your back. Either way, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Let's lift through the chin. Feel the stretch, the length at the front of the throat. And then keeping that length, lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. And breathe. Whew. Sometimes I imagine it's my left jaw pressing skyward instead of my chin directly. But play with it. Whatever feels good. We're really inviting the stretch to the left throat, left shoulder. And then lift that chin back skyward, opposite ear towards the shoulder when you're ready. Whew. Breathe deep. Feel all that sensation. Know that you are doing incredible work releasing tension in muscles, lengthening thickened fascia, increasing blood flow, stimulating vagal nerves. Just doing this. Just hanging out here. Beautiful. Release the arms. Let the head float upright when you're ready. All right. I know we've kept this pretty chill, but an opportunity here to build some heat in our sun cells. So you might grab a block if that's your jam. You might place an ottoman or another chair in front of you. You might go without. But we're going to take our first forward fold. So grounding down, using that grounding to rise tall. On an exhale of your choice, melt the heart. Maybe you support it with the hands, maybe not. Take your time, right? Make space for the tummy as I go. And ground. Use the feet. Use the butt to support you as you fold. Feel the lower body activate as the upper body surrenders. Your two halves are doing two different things here. Can you soften your upper half? The jaw, the tongue, the shoulders, the neck. While you engage the lower half, pressing strong through the feet. On an inhale of your choice, lift to flat back, lengthening from tailbone to top of the head. And then exhale, melt when you're ready. Press down into the feet, feel them activate. Use that strength to rise all the way up. Find a chaturanga. We extend the legs out long, pressing into those feet, and then lean the torso back. As far as you want to. Maybe you lean back in your chair for some support. Maybe you hover. Arms lengthened will increase the heat. But there are no metrics but to meet yourself here. Another breath or two, the body shakes and shimmies, and it's beautiful. Inhale when you're ready to cobra. Lift the heart, arch the low back. Exhale, down dog. Straighten, lean forward. Beautiful. On your next inhale, lift back up to Tadasana. Bend those knees. Exhale, melt to your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press through those feet on the inhale. Find your way to Chaturanga. I'm going to turn so you can see Chaturanga, your version, and hold 5 breaths or so. Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 10. You know what you need. On your next inhale, lift to cobra. Exhale, straighten the spine, lower to down dog. Hold for a breath or 2. Can you press through the feet to support and lengthen through the spine? Inhale, rise up to Tadasana. Exhale, fold. I know we're starting a never-ending, this is the sun salutation that never ends. On an inhale, flat back. Exhale, melt. Engage the feet and legs. Inhale, Chaturanga. Hold for as long as you would like. You can continue your flow on your own, or you can flow with me. There are no rules but the ones you make. On your next breath in, you might cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lengthen, find space. Press through the feet. On your next breath in, rise up tall. Exhale, fold. Now you can pause whenever you like. Hang out. Inhale to flat back when you're ready. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Chaturanga. Hold. Hold till you feel the effort begin to percolate in your body. Hold while you breathe in deep to your belly, keeping your jaw soft. We're retraining ourselves. We often hold and shallow our breaths. This is a retraining of our nervous system in the midst of hardship to breathe in deep. On your next inhale, lift to cobra. Take your time here. Breathe while the heart opens. Exhale when you're ready, down dog. Inhale, let's find our way back to Tadasana. This time, exhale, palms at the heart center. Beautiful. I'm going to face you once more. An option here to get into some hip flexors, and we did this a little bit on Wednesday. Before we wind down, do a twist and go about our day. So our hip flexors while we're seated, these bad boys shorten. The back of the body lengthens. And what we can do here is engage with strength. And when we engage with strength, we are also going to invite a releasing afterwards, which is going to help lengthen these chronically tight spaces. If you are living in a first world country, these are shortened. So to engage them, press down through the left leg. Lift that right knee. Now you can use a yoga strap for some assist here. Your goal is to have your leg, your hip flexor, do as much of this work as possible. So maybe the strap is a little help, maybe it's a lot of help. But be here. Feel the effort build. I know, it seems simple, right? The leg's gonna start to shake. No matter what you're doing, with or without strap, the effort will build, the shaking comes, and you're gonna wanna give up. And if there's any cramping, soften, release, let go. But if it's the shaking and the effort that we're nervous about, you might continue to breathe deep and hang with it, because we can do hard things. Sometimes those hard things are knowing when our body says enough. And sometimes those hard things are knowing when our body says, I'm here, and we can do this. And no one knows what your body needs this morning but you. Whew, ha. Lower it whenever you're ready. Rest it down whenever you're ready. Mine is ready. Part of this rest is a full relaxation. Lean back in your seat, lengthen that leg out. We're relaxing here. There's no effort. As you lengthen the body, we're stretching into this muscle. Your goal is just to breathe softness into the effort that you built here. I know, this goes against everything we're taught when we go into gyms. We're like harder, faster, stronger, better. And that's not it. All right, bend that knee. Now press down through that right foot, left knee lifts. My invitation to you is try something new. Maybe you're supporting with the fingers or the hands. There is no wrong way to do this. This would add a lot of effort. Where does your body want to be? Only you know. But let the effort build as you breathe in deep. Releasing if there's any cramping. You can help reduce cramping by pointing and flexing the toes or the feet as you do this. Maybe making ankle circles. Sometimes movement can be a nice reprieve from the focus of this effort, but don't run away from it. Be present with the hardness of what you're doing. We so often are like, disassociate, run away, and then we'll get through it. Let's be in it. And then when you're ready, and only when you're ready, soften it down, lengthen it out, lean back if it feels nice, and breathe space here. You might imagine those breaths that have been stretching the belly and lungs seep down into that front hip flexor, creating space with each inhale, further stretching, softening that tissue. Beautiful. Sit up. And we're going to do it again. It's going to feel different, lifting that right knee. Maybe it feels easier this time because you know it. Maybe the muscle is already exhausted, so this is way harder. Just observe. There is no wrong answer. We are so many beautiful and unique bodies. Your goal isn't to have your body be like anybody else's. It's to get to know the complex miracle that you're walking around in every day. Unclench the jaw. Let it shake and shimmy. Stretch it out whenever you're ready. I'm ready. Relax, let be, and then switch sides. Again, movement in the ankle and foot can bring a nice reprieve from some intensity. But don't let it take you away from the hard thing that you're doing. From you breathing space into that hard thing. From you exhaling any judgment that bubbles up. It's natural. We're human beings. It's what we've been taught. Doesn't mean it's what serves us. And so we exhale those judgments. Ooh, we let them go. And we extend and soften whenever we're ready, without apology, without excuse or reason. You don't need to provide it to anyone. Because you're just honoring your form as it is. From here, you might plant the hands on your seat, extend both legs, squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift through the heart. If you have an open chair behind you, sometimes I like to bend a foot and slide it back behind me. This is a deep way to get into that hip flexor. You can only do it one-sided. I mean, I've never tried two-sided. Y'all send me pictures if you get that done. And then maybe you switch sides if that felt nice. You could slide it around the outside of your chair if you prefer. Let's get messy. Explore, do what feels good. And then ground through the feet, rise up tall. Let's find a gentle twist to end the practice. Sweep the arms out and up. Left hand to right knee, right hand reaches behind you. And then anchor to turn the heart. Those knees face forward, although they're gonna wanna turn, so check in. Keep them facing forward as we encourage the heart and the shoulders to turn into this. I love finding a spinal twist and then breathing in deep to my belly. There's so much sensation to explore there. Release when you're ready. Sweep the arms out. Find that twist on the opposite side. Anchor and turn. If it feels nice, you might find those deep body breaths once more. But again, be here in this moment. You can do hard things, and some of the hardest work we do is be with self in stillness. Unravel when you're ready. Let's shake it out. Shake out the arms, shake out the head, shake out the knees. Give it some time. Can you wiggle your butt in your seat? Ooh. If you're standing, you might wiggle it out from head to toe. Get the blood flowing. Look ridiculous because no one cares and it's good for you. When you're ready, palms in Anjali Mudra or stacked atop the heart center. Take a moment to be with yourself. This is a place of personal power. This is a place of authenticity. This is the place of love. And you can pause anytime. Feel the pressure through your feet or seat, ground down, and use it to rise tall. Breathe in deep and let your heart receive the love, the light, anytime you need it. One of the most powerful tools we have in the hardest of times. And you took the time to cultivate it, to meet yourself. You are powerful. Thank you. Remember that the light in the dark in me sees the light in the dark in you. And there are no metrics. We're figuring this out as we go. And nobody knows you better than you know you.